Never been as quiet.
Coach, we need you behind the podium for our good
You
camera
do?
calls.
Okay.
We do.
For these guys?
We want to make you look right.
You got
Want me
it.
to get you a phone book?
Yeah, you may need more than a phone.
That was a shot.
That was foul, EJ.
Yeah, we're ready for questions if Coach Bates is ready.
Randy, you guys have now won all 3 scrimmages, and turnovers were something that you guys talked about early, and then there was a big turnover today. What has your group done to generate turnovers so much this spring?
Well, we work turnovers pretty much every day. There's a certain drill we do. We rotate them. You win football games by getting turnovers, and so we obviously stress it. And sometimes it doesn't happen, but as we went back and studied last fall, the thing that we felt was the biggest problem is we had a lot of 50-50 fumbles and interceptions that we didn't get. The ball hit the ground, we didn't get on it, they did, or we were reaching for the ball and they did, and nobody got it. And so you got to get more of those, and that's really been the plan.
Randy, Phillip seemed to have a really good spring. He had a lot of takeaway stickers on his helmet. Can you just talk about his spring and his efforts today?
Phillip.
O'Brien.
PJ.
Yeah, PJ.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I didn't know if he goes by PJ.
Yeah, he
or
goes
Phillip
by
now.
PJ, but yeah.
Okay.
PJ's had a great spring, and we've been really blessed the last, I don't know how many years now with field safeties who've been awesome. In fact, the one today didn't do a great job making the calls in the second half. I'm a little disappointed. I told him I'm not sure I could hire him. I don't know if you knew Ham called a couple series the second half. And, didn't do great, DeMar. But, between DeMar and Eric Hallett and now PJ, we've been very blessed to have outstanding players there. And although PJ hasn't had a ton of snaps, he did get a lot in the bowl game and has continued to improve. And we're very excited about where he's going at this point. I think he's going to be an outstanding player. He is an outstanding player.
I'm sorry, beyond the final score and the turnovers, what did you like about how your guys played generally?
I thought we missed some tackles early. I think sometimes you get in that mode that it's a scrimmage and you got to come out and realize it's live and you're hitting your own teammates. So sometimes guys don't want to put somebody down to the point where it might be an injury. But the thing I like about the guys is they play together, they play as a whole, and for us to be good, we have to play as one, and that's what we talk about all the time.
Javon had 2 tackles for loss in the first half. It seems like he's had a really strong spring. What did you like from him today, and how was that a continuation of what he was able to build upon this spring?
Well, a couple people asked me, maybe you guys did early, about Javon and how he did in the bowl game and making plays. And the beautiful thing about Javon is he also made some not so good plays in the bowl game. And he's really taken that to heart that he has to get better. And quite frankly, he has. And he has continued to be consistent. And he and PJ both are guys who realize they still have a long way to go. And that's important at their age to be as good as they will be in the future.
Randy, what did you see along the defensive line, and specifically with that, Sean Fitzsimmons?
Sean Fitzsimmons is far ahead of his age as far as his ability and his techniques. He's a fine football player, and he's also very physical up in there. And so, with the 3 older kids that we have at D-tackle, he fits in real quickly, and he and DeAndre Jules are also going to give us a lot of snaps there. So we're very blessed to be pretty deep at defensive tackle.
Charlie told us that Isaiah Neal's biggest thing that he had to work on, he had shown a lot, but his biggest thing he needed to work on was taking on double teams. How did you feel he dealt with not just with that, but all throughout?
Well, I think he's getting far better. When you play in high school, you're not getting 680 pounds. It's probably 480, and it's quite a bit different now because you've got 6'7", 200 or 320 pounds times 2, and so it's a different kind of double team. So it takes a while, and I think he's coming on. But sometimes you're getting blocked by 2 22-year-olds and you're 18 years old. Some of that's just physical maturity at his age.
After competing against them all spring and today, and from your vantage point, what's different about Pitt's offense this year than maybe last season?
Well, I think we got some great playmakers. I really do. I think we're just as deep as we have been at running back. I think our O-line's way more physical, and Phil's a great leader. I think he brings a lot to the table with us, And I think we got great depth at quarterback too, as you saw. So I think that's a good battle there. So you know, I don't speak for that as well as Frank, but I think we got a really good offense. I really do, and it really helped us with our young defense to get better.
How much of your bag of tricks do you leave on the shelf today to save for a game that really counts?
We blitz a few more times. There are no tricks in this game.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got to block and tackle and get off blocks. And as you know, everything that we do is something people have already seen. We don't change our defense. It's really more, we like to believe that we win with great technique and being physical and making good tackles. And, you know, that's how you win football games at the end of the day. It's not changed in my 62 years.
Samuel Lola had a sack early on, and we've heard a lot about how he has progressed so quickly in just his second year with you guys. What does he do to learn things so fast and make the progress he has?
Yeah, well, I think Sam has gotten a little bit bigger too, even between now and the bowl game. He got thrown around a little bit in the bowl game, the big thing with Sam is, again, he got to play a lot of snaps against the number 2 offense in the country and learned a lot about himself, and I think he's embraced that because he's a smart young man, and he's now learning based on experience. And then once you get out there and you get thrown around a little bit, it helps you to understand what you have to do to get better. He's certainly embraced that.
And what kind of role do you expect for Brandon George this year?
For Brandon George is still competing to be a starter. And, you know, Shane played outside backer last year and could certainly do that again. So he'll certainly play Mike. Shane could go inside or outside, and we'll play the best 3 players and then rotate the rest of the guys around as we need to.
Anything else for Coach?